Hey, Firetime Network. This is Grant, and my word of the week this week is going to be fear. It's Friday. I'm recording this a little bit early, and I am living my first day without a service manager who has been here for 5 years. And, I'm scared. I'm scared, and I know that. And there's fear creeping in and making me insecure, and really, it starts to control you, that fear. And something that I realized this morning is that on the other side of fear is opportunity. And every time I'm encountered with someone quitting, or someone being fired and losing a position, or let's say someone gets injured, or let's say, the energy code changes and all of a sudden gas fireplaces aren't going into new construction. Anytime you run into that, you have to acknowledge that you're scared in order to get over it. And I think that's been a learning experience for me. I've said yes to a lot of things in the last few years, things that I've never thought that I would do, whether it's in Falco's or outside of Falco's with the Firetime Network. And I can tell you that I'm growing a sense of understanding and excitement to actually attack fear. Realizing that you don't need to have it all figured out when going after this big project or this different thing that you've never done. Rarely does anybody have it figured out. And you hear so often that, man, if I would have known what I was getting into, I don't know if I would have done it. But when you talk to those people about if it was worth it, 9 times out of 10, they say it was worth it. I heard recently that fear is a false evidence appearing real. And that really spoke to me. It spoke to me and told me that we dictate what we're scared of or how fear affects us. And again, I want to make sure you understand being scared is okay, but we have to be aware of that. So just in analyzing kind of my current situation, I kind of broke down the 3 things I think it takes to understand and conquer the fear that we face on a daily basis, whether small or big. So the first thing is living life with a sense of urgency, using what the universe gave us and not leaving anything on the table. Realizing that every day we're lucky to be here. Realizing that every day is an opportunity and you don't know if you're going to get tomorrow. And you want to make the most of it. And a lot of time fear delays that or gets in the way of that. The second thing I would say is the intentionality behind you conquering your fear. If we don't understand what we're scared of, or if we don't want to acknowledge that we are fearful of certain things, whether they're facing employees, whether it's firing someone, whether it's starting a new venture. If we don't acknowledge it, how do we get over it? So you have to be accepting that if you start feeling insecure, you start feeling these ways, you have to recognize that and intentionally address that within, whether that's notes, whether that's praying, whether that's meditation, whether that's scheduling time and conquering it, whatever it is, you have to be intentional about it. And the last thing I would say is that you have to understand that being scared is okay. That we're all scared every single day. I think of myself, because that's the best example I can come up with, in starting this venture with Tim and not knowing where it was going to go and not even knowing why I'm saying yes to public speaking when I truly am terrified of public speaking. I'm an introvert by nature, and it's not something that I'm accustomed to doing, but I can't tell you how thrilling it is and how rewarding this adventure has been. And if I wouldn't have said yes, or if I would have let fear get the best of me, I wouldn't be putting this video together right now. Tim and I wouldn't be starting the Firetime magazine, which seemed impossible 30 days ago, but is going to be a reality here very soon. I wouldn't have been able to get to 4 installation crews with a plan to get to 5 installation crews. I wouldn't have been able to get over this hurdle with Tim or with Ted, our service manager, quitting and starting a new venture without necessarily replacing that position. Fear is a part of our life, and it only slows us down in getting us, or from getting us what we want. And I would say that you have to acknowledge that. You have to be aware of it, and you have to be willing to run after it. So, hey, Fire Time Network, it was a pleasure. This one was a little bit long. I hope it was worth it. Go attack that fear today, guys. Bye.